Welcome to this autumn pause, this moment that we can take together just to recalibrate, take a bit of space to look at life, look at ourselves, reconnect, um, see how we're doing. Literally just to check in with ourselves at this time of the year. It's been it's been quite a year, hasn't it? We've had so much disruption. And of course, with lockdown and it's continuing, it's really changed life. It changed life significantly and fundamentally for such a period of time, and now it's shifted into something else. And at this time of year, it's the transition of the seasons. Summer has closed, and yet it still has that feel of summer at times. We're not completely distanced from that season. We still have some warm weather, certainly today. But the leaves are starting to fall, and autumn proper is on its way, and of course it'll be followed by winter. So this is a really beautiful time to take stock and feel into what this season is like for us, this back to school season, and how we're finding it and how we want the rest of the year to play out. Often we do that review at the end of the year, around the new year period. So this is a great milestone along the way for us to do a check-in now, really feel into our life, our year, what's happening for us, how it's working, get a bit real. And then, of course, make some mindful choices, some powerful choices about how we want to be and what we might like to do with the rest of our year. So this session will be a little practice to get us into our bodies. We're so caught up in our heads, we can be so cerebral about things. Let's get into our bodies. Let's start to feel what's true, connect to that inner self, that deeper part of our being. And then there is a journaling reflection process that I will talk you through. You can do this however you like. My suggestion would be to have pen and paper, journal to hand, or something else to write in. I think writing by hand is beautiful. It's more connected to the body. The screen can just add more distractions. So something to write with. But if you equally just want to do this as a process where you sit and listen and reflect and let your answers come up and integrate them just in the moment, that's up to you. So I will guide you through a process to get into your body. I will then talk you through the questions, and what you can do is either press pause and journal, or let them flow and then replay them at the end, or just let the answers come up as they do. It really is, as always, a chance for you to feel into yourself, what's going to work for you. Really make your own choices about this process. Make it your own to whatever degree feels right. As prep, I would say turn off your notifications. Make this a space where you can really go as deep as you can. The deeper you can go in the process, the more nourishing this is, the more you're going to get to the heart of what matters to you. And fundamentally, this comes down to whether you live a satisfying, fulfilling life. Because on your deathbed, you're going to be asking, did I live well? Did I love well? Did I do the things that mattered to me? And so often it's easy to avoid the stuff that really matters to us. It's easy to avoid going deep. We distract ourselves with all the busyness. So this is a little invitation to choose a different mode, to choose a mode where you can go deep and maybe touch tender places, maybe touch the real depths of what matters to you in your life. So make some space, turn off distractions, carve out the time, have some water nearby, and have some pen and paper, and just be ready to go there, to take this time for yourself. So if you need to pause this video now and go and do all of that, this is the moment. And if not, if you're ready, then we will move in. We'll move into a bit of a movement. As you may have seen before, often before meditation practice and mindfulness practice, I move. I do this sort of movement. It's just something that comes up. So before we find stillness, often we need to move. We're so often caught in tension. We're caught in our heads, we're in our thinking, and we're our bodies are constricted. Often it's like this or like this. And so when we start to connect to a deeper sense of self, there's the need for expansion. We're going to often our body wants to expand outwards. We want to expand outwards into the person we're becoming. And we're expanding our hearts, we're expanding our connection. So a little bit of movement in the body. And I invite you to feel into your body. Literally close your eyes. Notice your body. Notice your legs. Notice your arms, your torso. What can you feel? For me, there's like my left leg is moving. There's something going on there. There's some energy, there's some movement there. There's a sweet sensation in my heart. I feel very happy to be here and happy to be guiding this process. What do you feel? What do you feel in your body right now? Just take a few moments. Notice any sensations. Is there any tension? Is there any inclination to move? Is there a part of you that really wants to stretch? Like, yes, I've been wanting to stretch this part of my body. I've not been listening to the call. Listen to your body right now. Listen to your body. Feel that invitation to move. Make any movement that you want to make. And then when you're ready, find a bit of stillness. Put your 2 feet flat on the floor. Let your spine be straight, your legs uncrossed. Arms uncrossed. Maybe roll the shoulders down the back. And we're going to do a little body scan. So you can gently close your eyes or let your gaze just, if it doesn't feel comfortable to close your eyes, sometimes it's nice just to soften the gaze. Let your eyes just sort of hazily drift off. Take an inhale and an exhale. Let's take a few deep breaths together. So inhaling deeply down into the belly. Exhaling out through the mouth with a sigh. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more. Inhale. Exhaling with a sigh. Empty the lungs. Keep going on the exhale. Keep breathing out until the lungs are completely emptied of air. And then let the breath find its own rhythm. Let the breath breathe you. Have you ever noticed that you don't try to breathe? It simply happens. Even when you're asleep, it carries on. Your conscious mind is not in control of your breath, although we can affect the breath. But your breath is going to breathe anyway. So let your breath breathe you. Notice the breath. How is it breathing you right now? What's the quality of the breath? If you were to describe it, just simply notice your breath in your body. Aware of your own inhale and exhale. Perhaps aware of the lungs filling and emptying. Perhaps aware of the expansion and contraction in the abdomen. And now I invite you to just breathe in through the nose, inhaling and exhaling through the nose if you're not already. So the mouth is closed, but the jaw is soft, unclenched, your tongue just resting gently on the roof of your mouth. See if you can find a slow, rhythmic breath with a slightly longer exhale. The longer exhale, releasing the toxins from the breath that you no longer need, and in fact, releasing anything you no longer need. A deep, nourishing inhale, and a soothing, releasing, longer exhale. And now I invite you to feel gravity. Always there, holding us to the ground. Where do you notice gravity? Perhaps in your limbs. Perhaps you feel it in your hands, resting heavily in your lap. Perhaps it's the backs of your thighs where they meet the chair, whatever you're sitting on. Perhaps it's in your head. Perhaps you can feel the weight of your head. Can you feel gravity holding you firmly and gently to this earth? Can you feel the muscles of your body holding you upright? Almost imperceptible because they're just always there, always working. But as we pay attention, we can notice something that we normally don't notice. We can notice. I feel it in the muscles surrounding my spine, and the tiny micro adjustments that keep me balanced and upright. There's muscles that don't exist in the newborn baby. They can't sit up. And then they work them every day until there they are, sitting upright, and we celebrate it. We celebrate that when an infant reaches that milestone. And the same with the neck. Gravity is stronger than the muscles at first. Their poor little head can't hold itself upright until little by little they learn balance. They learn strength. And one day they can hold their head up. And then all the other muscles follow and all the other functions. Can you feel that in your body? One of the first things you learn how to do, how to hold your head up, defy gravity with your muscles, with your bones, all the sinews and synapses of your body, holding you upright. We're going to do a body scan now. We're actually going to start at the top of the head and work our way down. And maybe we'll go back up. We'll see. Notice your breath again. Reconnect to the breath, to your inhale and exhale. Can you sense the space between your brain and your skull? There's some space between your brain and your skull. Can you sense that space within your body? Can you sense all the spaces within your head? All those crevices and holes in the cavities of the nose, the back of the throat, the ears, inside the skull. Can you sense your brain cells I won't even guess at the number. How many brain cells are in there? You have them. You sense your brain just as the organ that it is. Not our consciousness, just witnessing the actual mass of tissue that is our brain. By your eyes, you sense your eyes, your eyeballs, and all the nerves and connective tissues, your eyelids. What about the skin on the front of your face, and the muscles behind the skin, and the bones behind the muscles? You sense the very top of your skull, the crown of your head, down the back of your skull, the back of your neck, the base of your skull. Sense the whole of your head. And inhale some gratitude. I'm grateful for my head, for this part of my body. We're simply turning our attention to different parts of our body. This might feel unusual, it might feel natural. It's a process of connecting to that which we take for granted, that which we hardly ever pay attention to. Really anchoring our attention in our body, in the physical body, and also in the energetic body, just through giving ourselves this loving attention. We're creating connection, which will allow energy to flow. Beautiful. All your attention in the head. And now moving down to the neck and the throat, the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, the front, to your esophagus inside, to your vocal cords, to all the muscles, the bones inside your neck and throat. Notice any sensations here. Simply notice, there's no need for judgment. Whatever you perceive or don't perceive is perfect just as it is. Noticing the whole of the neck and throat. Inhaling, nourishing this part of the body. Exhaling, feeling some gratitude for your neck and throat. Moving down to the front of the chest, the breastbone, the clavicle, the rib cage, the front of the upper body, the lungs inside the chest cavity, the heart inside the chest cavity. Moving to the back of the upper torso, the back of the rib cage, the shoulder blades, the spine. All your attention in the upper part of your torso. Inhaling, nourishing this part of the body. Exhaling, relaxing, releasing anything that's not needed. Releasing any tension. Maybe connecting to some gratitude that you have for this incredible body of yours. Now noticing the shoulders, both shoulders, both upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, Feeling both arms, notice any sensations. Inhaling, nourishing these two incredible limbs of yours. Your left and your right arm. If there's any pain, any lack of function, see if you can notice that just as it is. Can you love your arms and shoulders just as they are? Can you deeply appreciate your arms, hands, and shoulders for the wonderful work they do? How they help you express who you are in the world. How they function. Inhaling deeply. And now the spine. Follow the course of your spine down the upper back, the mid back, to the lower back, down to the coccyx, the tailbone. This mid section of the torso, so many internal organs. The muscles of the lower back, muscles of the core, the soft fat of the core, the digestive system, all these incredibly complex processes that happen here. The stomach, the solar plexus. All your attention in the core of your torso, inhaling, nourishing and appreciating. Exhaling, relaxing and releasing. And now to the lower part of the torso, the base, the root, the pelvic bowl, the base chakra, the sexual organs. So many incredibly wonderful, complex processes that happen in this part of your body. The bones here, the pelvis, the joints that meet the legs. Inhaling, nourishing and appreciating this part of your body. Exhaling, releasing anything you no longer need, any tension, any stuck energy, anything stagnant. Now the legs. Noticing both legs. The upper legs, the knees, the calves, the ankles and feet. Life happening all around us. And we can choose to draw our attention to these specific places in our body. We can choose where we put our attention. It's an incredibly powerful skill to have, a strong muscle to work, the control of where we put our attention. Now, all in the legs, the attention is in the legs, inhaling, nourishing, cleansing. Send that life-giving breath down into the legs. Exhale, release anything you no longer need. Simply notice your legs. Notice any sensation that is present, any information that is present. Now sense your whole body, from your toes all the way up the front of the body, the front of the shins, the front body up to the crown of the head, down the back of the head, the back of the neck, the back of the body, down to your feet. Notice your entire body. Feel any sensations. Feel the energy of your body, the cells of your body vibrating. Feel the aliveness of your entire being. This incredible vessel that is our home, the body. Not separate from the head, but part. We are one with our physical being. We are our physical being. Breathing now into the whole of your body. Enjoying these breaths. Enjoying the sense of presence in your physical being. To whatever degree this is your experience. There's no need to force, no need to push, simply breathing into your physical being to whatever degree is possible in this moment. It's natural for the brain to think, for thoughts to come. And the invitation is just to simply return your attention to the body. And to the whole of your physical being. The energy of your physical being. If there was a word to describe the energy of your physical being in this moment, what would that be? Allow yourself to notice that. And now, draw your attention into the heart. The center of the chest is the energetic heart center. Breathe into that place, breathing into the heart. Noticing whatever is present. Imagining that there is a golden flame right at the center of the heart. And with each inhale, it glows a little brighter. It intensifies. With each exhale, it grows a little bigger. As you inhale, it grows brighter. As you exhale, it grows bigger. Inhaling, it intensifies and grows brighter. Exhaling, it goes bigger, and it's bigger now. It's covering the whole of the chest area. It's growing and growing. Perhaps now it's the same size as your torso. Allow this golden flame to grow in intensity and size until it encompasses your whole body, almost like you're in a bubble, encased by this glowing golden flame. It is warm and nourishing, it is nurturing, it's luxurious, it's beautiful golden flame until you sit within it. It's protective and caring. Sweet, vibrant. You are completely safe, secure within the bubble of this flame. And now I invite you to call to mind your summer of 2020. No doubt different to the summer you had planned, but like all years, it was a summer. There was sunshine, long days. What was the highlight of your summer this year? As you recall it now, what has been the best part of your summer? What are you glad that you did, however small? What was perhaps a low point or a disappointment? Or do you wish had been different? There's no right or wrong answers here. It's simply a chance to reflect and take stock from this deeper, more embodied place to see what's really working for us and what isn't at this point in our lives. Can you notice what the answers are without judgment? And these answers are for nobody else, they're just for you. What was your highlight? And what was your disappointment? If you want to pause and delve into this deeper, do so now. If you're ready to move on, let's reflect now on lockdown. At first, such a strange time, but with so many opportunities. What did you most like about lockdown? For many of us, there was an opportunity within it. What was that for you? What did lockdown give you? What did that time at home give you? What did the invitation to slow down give you? If you want to pause here and go deeper, please do so. But if you're ready to carry on, what did it take away? What did lockdown deprive you of that really mattered to you? That you actually missed? What did you actually miss during lockdown? And what did it take away that you didn't miss? That perhaps you were glad not to have to engage with? Pause if you want to go deeper. And now thinking of where we are, what have you returned to that you've perhaps returned to by default? So you haven't really consciously chosen to have this thing back in your life. It's just happening again because we're back to normal. This is something you feel sliding back into your life that actually you don't want. Is there something that's missing from your life at the moment that you know you do want? That you know that deeply in your being you long for? Hmm. Now shifting gears slightly, thinking of the rest of the year. If at the end of this year you can look back and feel deeply satisfied and proud and happy, what will have happened for you to feel this way? If you can look back at the end of this year with a real sense of contentment and satisfaction, what will happen between now and then? And similarly, on the same plane, the other side of the coin, what is it you fear? How do you fear this year ending up if things don't pan out as you wish? What might that look like? And what pain would that bring you if that transpires? If things don't work out as you are, what is it the way that you fear the year might turn out? What pain might that bring you? As always, this is always a noticing. And you can also notice any emotions that come up. It's very powerful to be able to name and feel our emotions. It's very human to have contradictory things going on at once. So we're just making space for everything that is present in your being. Making space for all the voices to be heard, all the voices that are part of you. And we welcome all of them. All of you is welcome. Every part of you is welcome in this conversation. Connecting now back into the body with the breath. Take a deep inhale. I invite you now to feel into the belly, into this sort of just below the diaphragm, into where the stomach is, the solar plexus area. Maybe put a hand there on the belly, maybe even two. Just take a few breaths. Feeling into the core. Feeling into that place of strength deep within you. The strength of your will, the strength of your being. If you feel deep into your core, into the depth of your being, what do you notice there? Knowing that there is a place of deep strength, a reserve of resilience and knowing of who you are, knowing of your values, knowing of your worth that resides deep within your core. Connecting with that place to whatever degree you can. It might feel distant and disconnected, or it might feel very strong. To whatever degree you can connect, just feel into that place now. And ask, in that place within you, what does that part of you wish for you for the rest of this year? What does the deepest, strongest place in your core want for you for the rest of your 2020? Allow an answer to emerge and don't overthink it. What does the strongest, deepest part of your core wish for you? Making a note of anything that comes up. Pause if you need to before rising up to the heart center. Put both hands on the heart. Gently close the eyes. Breathe deeply into the heart space. Feel any sensations in the heart. feel the center of your heart, this powerhouse of energy and emotion. If your heart could speak, what would it say about what it wishes for you for the rest of 2020? What would it say it wishes for you for autumn and winter 2020? What does your heart know about what you need at this time? Simply notice whatever arises, and whatever answer comes up is perfect. Take some deep breaths here in connection to your heart. And now I invite you to put both hands on the throat, however feels comfortable, whatever feels safe for you here and comfortable. And breathe into the throat, into the neck. Connecting to the energy in the throat. Ask the throat, what would it have you say at this point of your life? What do you wish to express from your deepest place? Whatever answer emerges is totally perfect. No need to overthink this. Take a deep inhale here. Release the hands back down and take a few breaths, just breathing into the whole of your body. Notice any sensations in the body. Notice how you're feeling in this moment, any emotions that arise, and see if you can simply name and notice without judgment. I feel hope, excitement, confusion, whatever it might be. Allowing your present state to be perfect just as it is. And now reconnecting to how you want to feel at the end of this year as the year draws to a close. And it's gone amazingly well. It's unfurled and unfolded in beautiful ways. Imagining yourself there now, celebrating a very happy new year. Feeling into everything that looks like, what that means for you. And with whatever that holds, ask yourself now, what are 3 small things, the very first things I can do to set myself on a path toward that? Allow whatever arises to be what it is, however strange it may seem. And jot down those 3 things, the 3 first steps you can take towards a beautiful, blossoming end to this year. We've come to completion of this process. You've done some beautiful work. You've really connected to your body, connected to exactly where you are in your life. So often life can pass us by, but you've really stopped and paused and connected to your life as it is. And you have some, however vague, you have some sense of how you want life to be and what you can choose to do to head towards that with compassion and a nurturing gentleness that allows you to unfold at your own pace. I hope this has served you. I hope it's been enjoyable. If you have any thoughts that you want to share, I would love to hear from you. Email is a beautiful way to do that. We can have a little conversation. And if you're looking for any one-to-one support, I have space for 2 clients at the moment. So you can always drop me a line and we could talk about what that can look like. In the meantime, go slowly, stay hydrated, and if at any point you get caught up in thinking, as we do, caught up in thinking of in ways that don't serve you, then you can use the breath to drop down into the body and into the beautiful inner spaces that can support you. Lots of love.